The thing is, if you are going to use your mobile a lot this year, as the way as all of us do, it's important to really have a clear idea that you are dealing with legit apps. Okay, so to this conversation, I want to explain to you how to spot and avoid fake apps this year. So first of all, let me go to the definition. So what are fake apps to start with? The thing is that fake apps are apps created by cyber criminals to cause harm to users and their devices. So it's not just about causing harm to you as a person, but also to your specific device. It can be your iPhone or your Android device. So basically, fake apps are designed to resemble legit apps, but instead carry out malicious activities. So those activities, and I'll go a little later on in terms of activities, but those activities, in a pretty summary manner, include monitoring your activity, installing malware, and even ransomware for that matter. You have to actually show like those fake apps are showing you are actually used to showing you annoying ads or even stealing your personal information. And by your personal information, I'm talking about anything that goes from your name, first name, last name, all the way to your social. Okay, so that's the kind of delta I want you to think about. Now, fake apps actually work in various ways. It's all about the best, the best quote unquote, the best sneaky way to actually like a torpedo, if you will, torpedo your data. So basically, fake apps can be hosted on third-party app stores or fake app stores. Cyber criminals can even use official app stores to distribute fake apps despite the security measures in place. And a cyber criminal can register, let's say, himself or herself as a developer or on any app store, download a legitimate app, and rewrite it using malicious code. So you have a lot of like a, malicious intent there. Then the cyber criminal can upload his or her fake app to the app store. So while Google says it reviews all apps and developers, it is still possible for malicious apps to appear in the Google Play Store. Okay, Google constantly removes fake Android apps from the Play Store, including fake antivirus, browsers, and games. Okay, so it's a constant battle. If you want to think of it that way, it's a constant battle. So when you're thinking about fake apps, it's important to really understand that fake apps do appear in specific places, specific locations. So as you actually navigate your digital journey, like as you navigate your life online, you got to really be aware of certain geographies, if you will, certain locations where those fake apps appear. So there are several ways fake apps will work their way to you. Believe it or not, fake apps typically appear in official app stores, such as the Apple Store or Google Play Store, and those apps can also work their way through phishing scams. Unfortunately, the phishing scams are a big or constitute a big conduit for fake apps, and also you also have those apps appearing in fake app stores. So when I speak about official app stores, while app stores should review all apps and developers, as I said a little earlier, thousands of fake apps sneak their way in each year. So here is how fake mobile apps end up in official app store. First of all, attackers will register themselves as developers on any app store. It's all about actually having a veneer, right? And a veneer of a legitimacy. And so they will download the legitimate app and get its code. So it's all about actually dissecting the app. And but to do this, you got to have a little bit of knowledge though in terms of coding and programming. But that's what they do, and they will rewrite the code by including malicious code to make the fake app. That way, you will look at the app. You'll think this is a legit app. You will download it onto your phone, onto your tablet, onto your computer, and before you know it, you have a malicious code being like working against you, and the fake app gets uploaded to app stores. You also have a fake app appearing in phishing attacks. So attackers can pose as a legitimate service you are using in an email or SMS, and they'll trick you into downloading an app which will really steal your personal information or spread malware on your devices. Unfortunately, but yeah, and you know how hard it is to actually delete the malware from any device for that matter. Now I want to talk to you about the types of fake apps. So if you want to spot and avoid fake apps this year, you got to have a clear idea about the typology of fake apps that you have out there. Okay, you have all kinds of fake apps. You have counterfeits. So I want you to really think about that. You have repackages. So when I speak about counterfeits, counterfeits are fake apps that imitate a real one. So for instance, if you have an app that your favorite app, okay, basically a fake app can actually replicate the digital nature of your favorite app, okay, and they may actually feature those fake apps may feature a logo, screenshots, and artwork similar to the app they are trying to copy, okay, and the description actually may be stuffed with keywords that the average user might use when searching for the genuine version of the app. And the name may sound similar to the original but contain a changed letter or two, because the cyber criminal is actually actually playing on that subtle changes of things to actually dupe a lot of users. So that's the first fake app types. Then you also have repackages. So sometimes developers make their apps open source, which means what? It means that basically the source code is accessible and can be modified by anyone. And usually an open source sort of program, an open source app is usually free. So if you are a developer, you have some programming expertise, you can actually change the code there. So taking an open source app and repackaging it, for example, by adding ads, is much easier than developing your own app. And it is not illegal to do so. If an app is an open source, then people are free to modify it. That's actually the very nature of an open source sort of program, okay? But the addition of ads is annoying to the end user. But listen, those criminals, they are there to make money, so they'll do everything to actually make money. And having ads, showing ads to let's say unsuspecting third parties, unsuspecting users, is actually a way for them to make money, okay? And this types of apps can be challenging to spot, especially if you want to have a permanent way to spot fake apps. I want to talk to you now about fake app threats. So while some may be harmless, fake apps are often dangerous apps, okay? So fake apps actually fake app examples include ad bots, you have billing fraud, you have botnets, you have hostile content, you have hostile downloaders, you have phishing, you have privilege escalation, you have a ransomware, you have rooting, and you have a spam also, you have spyware, and you have Trojan. So you have a lot of possibilities there, okay? Let me break it down a little bit for you. So when I speak about ad bots, those are repackaged apps that often come with ads that the legitimate free version doesn't have, and your phone might start showing unexpected ads as well. You have billing fraud. So billing fraud occurs when the fake apps automatically charge purchases to your phone bill without your consent. This could include making collect phone calls, sending premium SMS messages, or making purchases in an app store. In terms of botnet, the dangerous app covertly uses the smartphone as a part of a DDoS, distributed denial of service attack, mining cryptocurrency, or even sending spam. You have hostile content, so this can take various forms, but a typical example would be a fake app that includes inappropriate content such as hate speech or violence. You have hostile downloaders, so these are dangerous apps that do not contain malicious code, but initiate the download of other harmful applications onto your device without your consent. It's all about, again, you have an absence of consent here. You also have phishing, so a fake app may direct you to input your login credentials or go to a website to do that, or infect you via that website. And criminals then steal your login information to use for malicious purposes. You also have privilege escalation. What's that? This sounds a little fancy. Well, privilege escalation is nothing but the fact that basically those apps aim to bypass the number of privileges allowed on your device. This results in access to elevated privileges or the disabling of core security functions. You also have ransomware, so some fake apps are used to infect your device with ransomware. The result, your data becomes encrypted and unreadable. To regain access to your data, hackers will demand money from you. You have rooting. So rooting apps contain code that roots the device, typically known as jailbreaking. Not all rooting apps are harmful, and legitimate apps can perform rooting, but genuine apps require user consent and don't carry out harmful actions against your device. So something to really think about. So here are the steps I want you to really think about. How do you spot fake apps this year? The first thing you want to do is you want to check the reviews, because the truth is in the reviews if you want to think about it. So if an app has a low rating and numerous user complaints, be wary. However, uniformly positive reviews could be a red flag too, because fake app creators often generate let's say fake reviews to trick users into downloading their app. So if the reviews sound too good to be true, trust your instincts and look for an alternative app instead. Okay. And so that's the first thing. You want to look out also for grammar mistakes. So legitimate app developers will usually take care of avoiding typos and errors in their app descriptions. So if you spot grammatical errors in the app description, you want to really tread carefully. You want to check the number of downloads. So legitimate apps can have millions or even billions of downloads. If you see a popular app with only several thousand downloads, this could be a fake. You want to research the developer, right? And this actually can be as easy as Googling the name of the developer to find out information about them. It's all about doing your due diligence. And by doing this, you'll have a sense of whether the developer is a reputable developer or not. Okay. Sometimes a counterfeit app may have the same developer name as its original counterparts, with one or two letters changed to trick users into believing that they are the real deal. Look closely at the details, especially if there are other reasons to be suspicious. You also want to check the release date. So when was the app released? If it shows a recent date but with a high number of downloads, this is likely a fake. This is because legitimate apps with high downloads have usually been on the market for a while for people to actually get comfortable with them. You want to also review the permission agreement. So read the permissions agreement before you download the app. Fake apps often ask for additional authorizations that are not strictly necessary. This can easily go unnoticed because most people don't read the fine print. And you also want to check the update frequency. So the update frequency is really important also, because if an app is updated too frequently, this may point to a significant number of security vulnerabilities, and you want to stay as far away as possible. You also want to check the icon, okay? Fake apps may display an icon that looks similar to the icon of a real app it is copying. This is often the case with game imitators that mimic popular games. Look closely and don't be deceived by distorted, lower quality versions of the real icons. So how do you protect yourself from fake apps? The thing is that if you discover a fake app on your phone, you want to protect yourself by deleting it. You want to delete the app right away. You want to restart your phone, okay? Don't worry about your phone being infected. You want to restart your phone. You want to run an antivirus from a reputable player. You want to report the fake app to the relevant app store to protect others, right? So other steps you can actually take to protect yourself from fake apps include thinking before you download. Don't try to be in a rush and download whatever on your phone. Your phone deserves better. So think before you download. Only choose apps that will be useful to you. You also be mindful. I want you to be mindful of where you download apps from. Go to the official apps stores where possible. If you are looking for a particular app, you want to tread carefully. You want to use a reputable search engine to search for it. And the search results should actually point you to the real one. And if you are looking for a popular app, visit the developer's official website and look for a link to it there. What you want to do also is that to try to protect yourself is to always check the app details before you download to filter out fake or malicious apps. Look at who the developer is, user reviews, number of downloads, and so on. Never click on links with promises that are too good to be true. If you are an Android user and you receive, let's say, an unexpected SMS, a strange alert or notification, or unusual request from what may seem to be your bank or another familiar brand, proceed with caution. Also, you want to read the small print and review what permissions are requested by apps before you download them. Familiarize yourself with the security features installed on your mobile devices. It's all about actually having a large scale due diligence, and you always have to think about being proactive as opposed to actually defending yourself. Go on offense, okay? Go on the offensive here. How do you actually report fake apps? Because once you actually spot fake apps, you are able to report them very, very carefully. So if you identify a scam app or a fake app, report it to the App Store carrying it and spare no details in your review to help others stay clear of this fraudulent apps, right? It's all about helping others, helping the community. So on iOS, you can report an app by visiting reportaproblem.apple.com, signing in with your Apple ID logins, and reporting the item or app in question. For Android, you can do it in one of two ways. On Google Play Store, you want to first search for the apps listed. Tap on the three-dot menu in the top right section and tap flags as inappropriate. Select the category for harmful to device or data and click submit. And so that's the first option. The second option, on the Google Play Store website, you want to search for the report inappropriate apps form and fill in the relevant details. So that's really good. One thing you also want to do is you have to understand that basically when the way you report fake apps will actually have to deal with the types of fake apps that you have. As I said to you a little earlier, you have the counterfeits, you have the repackage, you also have fleeceware apps. So these types of scam apps charge high fees while offering little or no functionality, little or no value. And so that's important. So basically, one example detailed by the Washington Post is actually a paid QR code reader app, which is unnecessary because normally all smartphones are able to scan QR codes. This particular app had made close to $1 million of App Store customers, and fleeceware apps may promise a free trial for a set duration but charge you ahead of the end date, or even fold in hidden ongoing fees without an easy way to unsubscribe. So like trying to really scare you up. You also have scareware apps. In some cases, ads scare users by showing them false messages about viruses detected with links to let's say a scam app, to the scam app the users think they need to fix the problem. And in many cases, scareware points users to a fake VPN apps. Another scare tactic is a free app showing the user invented messages about viruses and or even vulnerabilities that they can cure by upgrading to a paid version of the app. And so this is really important. So bottom line is I want you to really remember that fake apps are dangerous for you because they might invade your privacy. They might also infect your phone with malware, and you do not want to have your phone infected with malware this year or next year or ever, by the way. So here's a closure I want you to think about. In today's conversation, I spoke to you about how to spot and avoid fake apps, and I give you the caution, the steps, and now the closure. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.